How do we start to become self-devoted and truly, truly, deeply love ourselves, warts and all? I really believe that it's pivotal to get the love and the life that you truly, truly desire, that it has to all start with how you treat yourself, you talk to yourself, and that the choices you're making are from a place where you deeply love yourself. You're not coming from a place of fear or worrying about what people think or anxiety. Instead, it's okay, well, what is the best for me in the situation? Okay. So, and it's truly, truly vital that we learn how to do that, how we stop being selfless. I talk a lot about people pleasing, selflessness, and how do you love yourself and self respect and all those yummy things on the channel, because it's really about getting you the life and the love that you truly, truly want. And so many of us just settle because we're taught that, it's okay to just put up with a crappy job and a boring relationship and it can't get any better. But that's a freaking lie. That is not true. It can get better when you truly start to embrace what works for you, what's right for you, and stop caring, giving a shit what other people think, and just start putting yourself first. Start pleasing yourself first. Women are trained to please and give. Okay. We're trained to be selfless. And what are men trained to be? Powerful. Okay. So, but you can still show up as a powerful person and be feminine. You can be powerful as a woman without being a bitch. And we can learn to change that up instead of, okay, well, I'm going to get value from making other people happy and feel good about myself by pleasing everyone and taking care of everyone. Instead, I can start to please myself first. And that will change everything when self-love becomes the foundation for your life and self-respect. It will immediately change how you interact, how you show up, and the choices you're making in your life, so that this year can really be about putting yourself first to get what you want. That's the thing. You're not going to get what you want if you're not putting yourself first. Okay. Because there's two paths. That's for you. There's two paths. You can either be putting yourself first or you can put others first. If you're putting others first, you're not going to get what you want. Your life isn't going to feel good. Selflessness means you don't have a self. Okay. So when you say, okay, no, I'm going to put me first and what I want and what feels good to me. And what do I truly, 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 really, really, really want? And most of us can't even answer that question. What do you really, really, really want? What do you want? Like, what are the desires calling out from inside of your soul? What are the desires calling out from inside of you that you're yearning for? Okay. Those aren't going to be possible. It's not even possible to even listen to those when we're so focused on other people. Our eyeballs are on them because we've been taught that we have to please. And that's just what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to please and give and take care of everyone and put everyone first. And that's just going to make you feel exhausted, burnt out, and just like settle for everything and think, well, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is how my mom did it. This is how my grandma did it. I don't want to upset people. I don't want them angry with me. I don't want to disappoint people. But here's the thing. If you're not disappointing others, you're going to be disappointing yourself, because eventually you're going to have to say no. So when we shift from being selfless to self-devoted, it's going to piss some people off. And hey, that's okay. You have to think of it, that's their problem. What helped me and was really transformational was when I had the anxious attachment. So that's basically in relationships. You have this inner wound inside of you. And in relationships, when you get this closeness, you're like, finally, I'm close to people. But then you're so afraid of upsetting them that you can't speak up, you can't say no, and you show up pleasing and giving. Okay. So I noticed this is when in relationships, I would get close to others, and then I couldn't really say what I wanted or what I needed because I had a belief, well, if I really speak up, they're going to leave. The whole being too much or whatever. And when I decided, okay, no, this is my life. How do I want to live it? And I don't want to live it constantly sacrificing myself and putting everyone first. And I feel exhausted and burnt out. Like this is actually hurting me on every single level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all that. So what helped me, that was vital, and it was saying to myself, what other people think is none of my business. What other people feel about me is none of my business, which gave me this beautiful detachment. So I didn't care. So now I truly don't. I care now about what my loved one thinks, but I don't care about someone walking by me on the sidewalk. You can either be putting yourself first or other people first. If you're putting other people first, you're devoted to them and their happiness and their comfort. Okay? But who's taking care of you? Nobody. Because it's your job to take care of you. So it's either them or you. That's how you have to think of it. And using that phrase to yourself, well, what they think about me is none of my business, is going to give you that beautiful detachment you need so that you can become self-devoted, so that you can give up the selflessness that isn't serving you. Like when you take a step back and look at your life and all the areas, let's pick one. Let's pick one area. So you have your partner, okay, or your love life. You have your family, you have your friends, you have your work. And let's say your family, your mom, dad, brother, sister, that. And then you have your family at home. If you're married, have kids, that sort of thing. Pick one area and ask yourself this. Is how I'm showing up every day serving me? Is it making me feel good? Is it accomplishing my goals? Do I feel good about myself? Or does it feel like I'm burnt out, exhausted, tired, and done? And I'm just sick of it. Okay, if you feel frustrated and angry in that area, you're probably not setting boundaries. You're probably not. That's what I noticed in my life when I started getting frustrated. And it's like, well, God, I needed to say no more. I needed to be devoted to myself instead of trying to understand everyone all the time and where they're coming from. Who gives a shit? If I'm not looking out for me, nobody else is going to be. So that shift from selflessness to becoming self-devoted truly does take some time, because we really have been trained and conditioned as women to show up that way and to not upset other people. But you're not going to be happy. It's just going to lead you to being exhausted, burnt out, doing everything and giving everything and then feeling empty all the time. That does not feel good. Nothing good comes from being selfless 24/7 all day, every day. Okay? If you're already taking care of yourself and you're devoted to yourself and you do a kind act, which is selfless, yes, that's good. What I'm talking about is how you're showing up every day, all day, running yourself into the ground, being exhausted, tired, and done, and fed up. That, living that way, nurturing others and under-nurturing yourself. That's what I'm talking about. So how do you shift that from putting other people first to putting yourself first so that you can get what you really, really, really want? So I would encourage you to just take a step back and look at that one area in your life and just see how it's working out for you. And that shows you if how you're showing up is actually serving you. Let's recap. Being selfless means you don't have a self, okay? You're either putting yourself first or you're putting other people first. You cannot do both. And you'll end up just feeling exhausted, burnt out. You're doing everything. You're tired. You're fed up, okay? And selflessness as a way of life is not serving you. It will never serve you. Being selfless serves others. That's how you were trained and conditioned to be, because that person who was your teacher or your authority figure or your parent was teaching you to be that way because it was serving them. It was making their life easier. Think about it. A compliant child or a difficult child who always speaks up. But then how you were raised is going to determine how you show up as an adult. If you weren't allowed to say no, if you weren't allowed to express yourself, if you felt like anytime you were unhappy as a kid, like you had to hide that, you had to hide your feelings because you would get in trouble, then that's exactly how you're going to show up as an adult. Unless you're able to see that it's not serving you, you can catch yourself and in the moment make a different choice. And it's going to be scary as hell. But in order to get the life and the love that you want, it means switching from being devoted to others, pleasing them, making them happy, putting your comfort first, to actually truly pleasing yourself and asking yourself, is this serving me? Is this making me feel good? Is this getting me what I want? And it's just not about feeling good in the moment. You have to think about, is this feeling good overall? Like, for instance, let's say you wanted to wake up at 5:30 every in the morning and you want to start jogging. No, it's not going to feel good to wake up every day and jog. But over time, that's going to improve your life. So it's not just about what feels good in the moment. It's like what's really good for you. And then in the moment, being able to say, notice how maybe a habit or a choice isn't serving you because of how it's repeatedly making you feel. So a lot of the good changes we need to make doesn't feel good in the moment, but we know internally, inside, our intuition is saying this isn't right. We need to speak up. We need to do something about it. So becoming self-devoted, okay, after being selfless, whoo, it can truly be a challenge, okay? And that's where you have awesome coaches like me. Check out my information below. And you also have all these free resources. I go live every single week almost. And to really help you get the self-respect, get that self-love, and become and really own your worth and your value as who you are without having to do anything. Like when you're just sitting there doing nothing, just being. You don't have to think, you don't have to do anything. You don't worry about your to-do list if other people are happy with you, right? It's just being, existing. How do you feel? Like, do you truly feel valuable and priceless just being, doing nothing? Like, that's the goal, to truly feel priceless, doing absolutely nothing, just being whoever you are.